What did Donald Trump, that bastard, do today? What's up, everybody? Rivera here, the absolute best LGBTQ comedian in the world. Before we get started, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up, comment when I get on your nerves, and subscribe so you know the next time that I'll be getting on your nerves. Anyway, what did Donald Trump do today? Apparently, Donald Trump decided yesterday, I believe it was, to go for a ride with the Secret Service to wave to his supporters. Since everybody was so concerned about the president, he was like, here, I'll let you see me. And it still wasn't good enough for people. People were mad because they were saying that he could have risked his Secret Service agents' lives. Well, that's what Secret Service agents are for. To risk their lives for the president, to risk their lives for the people that they're protecting. So to me, this means nothing. I don't care that Donald Trump went for a ride. I don't blame him. I'd be bored sitting in the hospital too. Anybody that's been to a hospital knows they get boring after a while. And after a while, you're like, let me out of here. President Trump is just a reflection of what the American people are, and most of us feel the same way. He also tweeted not to let the coronavirus dominate your life, which is just good advice. I don't know why anybody's mad at the president for saying not to let the coronavirus ruin your life. I think we all feel that way, and I think that's what's pissing some of the virtue signalers off, is the fact that we don't all get like, okay, I'm so scared of corona. I'm not going to go out. I'm not going to see friends. I'm not going to touch anybody. Where's my mask? Shut up. Just shut up. Stop panicking all the time. And if you don't want to stop panicking all the time, then continue to panic. But don't put it on the rest of us. Stop acting like the rest of us are terrible people for not having the same fear that you have, or for not expressing fear in the same way that you do. Get over it. Different people react different ways. My mom, one of her favorite sayings all through me growing up was, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. And she did whatever she wanted to do, because if she was gonna die, she was gonna die. Well, guess what? That bitch is still kicking. Nothing wrong with her right now, enjoying life. And when I say enjoying life, I mean taking care of my dad and cleaning up the house. That's what my mom does. She's a housewife. And some of you would judge her and be like, you should be out in the workforce. Why? She likes where she's at. She has a job. She has job security. She's been married to my dad for over 40 years. He ain't going nowhere, and neither is she. So get over it. Not everybody's going to live the way you do. A lot of you live miserable lives, complaining all the time about what other people are doing, paying attention to what other people are doing, paying attention to Donald Trump's tweets. You know what I do if I don't like somebody? I don't look at their tweets. I don't pay attention to their social media. So I blame you for paying attention to Donald Trump. I blame you for not just running your life the way you want to run it. If you think you're really living the right way, then you shouldn't care what other people are doing. You should be happy in the fact that you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Like, if you talk to me on a regular basis, you'll notice that I'm a happy person. I chill with my friends. I have a good time. Today I just got back from a wedding. It started at 3 p.m. We were out by 3:40. I'm recording this around 4 o'clock. That's the way my day has gone. I got up, I went to the gym. I'm not thinking about a lot of you people. And that's the way a lot of people should live, is just like, let me worry about my life. Let me worry about what's good in my life. If you like watching my videos, I appreciate you watching my videos. But watch them because you enjoy watching them. Watch them because maybe you like my silliness, or maybe you like laughing at my stupidity, or maybe you like laughing at the fact that every once in a while I misspeak and say the worst thing, and then I sound like an even worse person, and I'm like, okay, the internet's going to try to cancel me again, because I've already been canceled a couple of times, and I don't really care, because I don't worry about the life that I have to log on to more than the life that I walk out into when I leave my front door. That's not something I'm about. I'm not about worrying about things that I actually have to log on to. Yeah, social media is fun. YouTube is great. But am I going to make that my entire life? No, it's not going to be my entire life. My life is about hanging out with my friends, going to the gym, going to Fremont, walking my dog, doing stand-up when that was allowed. Do you think it doesn't bother me that my job is considered non-essential? You think it doesn't bother me that I'm not allowed to work because most comedy clubs aren't able to open, and even the ones that are able to open aren't able to pay us what they used to pay us because they're not at full capacity? You think that doesn't bother me even a little bit? But it's not something I'm going to concentrate on. I'm not going to let that dominate my life either. So the people that are letting corona dominate their life, to me, makes no sense at all. The people that are always paying attention to Donald Trump that don't like him, why do you do that? Why don't you find some joy in your life and actually pay attention to that? Oh, because nobody likes you in real life, because that's usually what it is. Like, I commented today about the comedians that I see that are constantly eating not doing well in stand-up, but they have all these opinions on Donald Trump, and it's like, you're mad at him because you say he doesn't do his job, but the job you have, you're not good at. And that's just 100% fact. A lot of the comedians that you see online that are constantly talking about Donald Trump aren't funny, aren't good at doing actual stand-up, which is where I have a problem, because then people go out to comedy shows, which if you've ever been out to stand-up, you know that it's an expensive night. Even if you get free tickets to the show that you're going to, you're still going to pay way too much for parking, because stand-up clubs are usually in the middle of downtown, so you're going to have to pay for some parking. You're also going to be paying for a babysitter if you have kids. You're also going to be paying way too much for drinks. Every comedy club charges a lot for drinks and food. That's just the name of the game and the way it works. You're going to be on a 2-drink minimum, so you're going to pay for 2, or if you're on a date, 4, because usually people don't go out of comedy by themselves, so it's going to be you and your friend, so you're paying for 4 overpriced drinks, probably $18 a drink. It's an expensive night. Then you go out, you see somebody bomb, and you're like, okay, I don't want to go see stand-up anymore because stand-up's not funny. No, it's not that stand-up's not funny. It's that the people that the comedy clubs are right now choosing as their favorites aren't funny, because they don't want people to upset people. They would rather have comedians that aren't funny, but they're not going to challenge you. They're not going to make you think in their stand-up, which that's one thing. You don't have to like my stand-up. A lot of people do. A lot of people do. But even if you don't like it, you have to agree that I did make you think about things in a different way. That's the reason a lot of stand-up comedians that don't like me will leave the room when I go on stage. They've admitted before, people that have afterwards been cool with me have been like, I wasn't going to stay in the room while you're performing because I knew you're going to make me laugh, and I don't want to laugh at somebody I don't like. So it's what it is. I'm not going to pretend that I don't push buttons. That's not the point of what I do. I just push buttons because I'm willing to talk about things in a way that not a lot of people are willing to talk about them. Like even Donald Trump. I have never understood why people dedicate so much time to thinking about somebody that they hate. And I know a lot of people are like, well, he's the president of the United States, and what he does actually affects us. Does it really affect you? Do you really have to keep an eye on every single thing he does? Because it doesn't really seem like you ever pick something that he does and want him to actually fix it. You just want to complain about it. So to me, you're the most unproductive type of person. That's the kind of person that I don't deal with, is the people that think that there's a problem with something and then don't do anything to fix it. You see it all the time, like people talking about their weight. I'm fat. I want to lose weight. Okay, well, watch your diet. Oh, I can't watch my diet because... Shut up then. Nobody wants to hear. Nobody cares. When it comes to Donald Trump, pick something specific. Okay, kids in cages, then really run that down and try to make change where that's concerned. Really put the pressure on your lawmakers to do something about the immigration or illegal immigration situation in this country. Go ahead, do it even on a local level. Start putting pressure on your politicians. They're the people that you're voting for. They're the people you should have the most control over. But do you really do that? No, because tomorrow Donald Trump's going to say something else that's going to piss you off. And like the next shiny thing, you're going to run after that, and you're going to be like, okay, this is what he needs to work on. And it's like, well, what about the other thing that you said he needed to work on? What about the most important thing in the world that you were just complaining about, crying about, making a sign about, wearing a vagina hat about? What about all that stuff? What happened to that? Oh, it's not the shiny thing anymore. So you don't really care about it. What you care about is looking to your friends on Facebook like you care about these things. Looking to your friends on Twitter like you care about these things. In real life, you don't care about these things. In real life, if you cared about these things, you would actually do something about them. You would actually make sure something got done about them. You would raise hell to make sure that these things got done. But you don't do that. Why? Because you don't really care about anything that you say you care about. Anyway, this has been Ty Rivera, the absolute best LGBTQ comedian in the world.